solving a linear equation, variables on the same side, and distribution. All right, so in general, there's a certain process that you can take to solving linear equations. A good idea is to start with doing any distribution that there is to be done. Once you've done all the distribution, you can combine your like terms, and then you're moving your variables to one side and constants to the other. Finally, you can either divide or multiply the variable side, well, both sides of the equation, by the appropriate number to get the variable by itself. So divide/multiply to get the variable alone. Completely alone. All right. So if I look at this problem I have, 3v plus 7 times the quantity v plus 6 equals 12. I'm going to go ahead and draw my wall. If you haven't seen my other videos, I just draw this so that I can keep track of where the equal sign is. Well, I do this in my videos so that you can keep track of where the equal sign is. And so hopefully when you're doing this on your own, you continue to write the equal sign each time and keep track of where it is. I'm going to start with distributing. So right here, I see that there's a 7 directly next to parentheses. When you have a 7 directly next to those parentheses, you're going to distribute. It means to multiply everything in the inside by that number on the outside. So this 3v comes down, plus 7 times v will be 7v, plus 7 times 6 will give you 42, equals 12. So I did that distribution step. Combine like terms. I see a 3v and a 7v. Those can be combined together to give me 10v. The plus 42 will continue to stay there, equal to 12. There are no more like terms to combine on each side, so I'm good on combining like terms. We now want to move the variables to one side and constants to the other. So I have my variable on this side. There's no variable over here, so I will leave my variable on the left side and I will move the 42 over so that the 10v can be by itself. That means that I'm going to be subtracting 42 on both sides. Those 42's cancel and we get 10v equal to 12 minus 42 will give me negative 30. To get v completely alone, in this case I am going to be dividing by 10 so that the 10's will cancel. Negative 30 divided by 10 will give me negative 3. So my final answer here is v equals negative 3. So I didn't check these off, but we did both of these steps as well. All right, let's go ahead and do another problem. Here we have negative 22 equals 2x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 7. I will go ahead and draw my wall. We're going to start with distributing. So I'm going to distribute this 2 to both of these. The negative 22 will stay the way he is. I will pull down this 2x as well. Plus 2 times x is 2x. Now there's a minus sign in between the x and the 7, so there's this minus sign here, which means I will put a minus sign right here. 2 times 7 is 14. I now have some like terms that I can combine. I have 2x and 2x. So I have negative 22 equals 2x plus 2x will give me 4x minus 14. To get the 4x completely by itself, I'm going to add 14 to both sides. Negative 22 plus 14 is going to give you negative 8, and you can use your calculator for that, no big deal. The 4x comes down. Let me just cross that out so you know that those cancel. Negative 8 equals 4x. To get the x completely by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2, equal to x, which is the same statement as x equals negative 2. Let's go ahead and do one more example here. We have negative 5 equals negative 3u plus 8 times the quantity u plus 5. I'm going to draw my wall. we're going to start by distributing this 8 to both of these terms. So the negative 5 will come down, so will the negative 3u, plus 8 times u is 8u, plus 8 times 5 is 40. I now have a negative 3u and an 8u, which are like terms and can be combined, so I will leave the negative 5 alone. Negative 3u plus 8u will give me positive 5u, and then the 40 will come down from right there. To get the 5u alone, I am subtracting 40 on both sides. That will cancel those 40s out. Negative 5 minus 40 gives me negative 45, equal to 5u. To get u completely alone, we will divide both sides by 5. That cancels those out. Negative 45 divided by 5 gives me negative 9 equal to u, or u equal to negative 9. So as long as you remember to do your distribution first and then combine your like terms, you're going to be fine. You totally got this. Keep believing in yourself. Keep marching on forward. You got it.